died in September of '96, the 20th, and she had had Alzheimer's disease and she didn't really know who he was. And they called me that she was kind of down to her last, and by the time I got there to Southern Illinois, where she was in the hospital, she didn't know anybody, but some reason or other, when I told her, I walked her, I said, "Mom, I'm here, we're all here, it's all right if you want to go on." And she had just the slightest hint of a smile and just stretched back and passed away. And I had that on my mind, and on the way home I wrote that song on the way back to Nashville. I just made up the lyric and the melody and all in my mind on the way home. And I never showed it to anybody or did anything, and then a couple of years later, my wife's grandmother died, and I sang that song at her funeral. And my father-in-law, who was a big, strong man, he cried, and I'd never seen him cry, and I knew that was probably a special song because it touched him. It could probably touch anybody. I mean, he wasn't a mean man or nothing, he just never showed emotions. He was just a very strong type of person.
With no warning in advance, and I'm begging now, please give me one last.
I remember writing it, I remember the emotion, but I don't remember exactly how I come about the melody or how I come about putting it in a setting where I'm praying this morning. When I got to writing the song, I got to thinking about the reason I wrote it was I just wondered if she knew that I was there when I talked to her there. And then when she crossed over, I wondered if she was all right, and I wondered if I could ever talk to her again. Would there ever be any more communication with my mother? And I sort of had that on my mind. It's been 20 years ago, and it's just I guess all that's just part of writing. But I think about that every time I hear the song. I think about my mother. I think about the emotion I had from when I left the cemetery and I left a funeral and all of that.
Yes, if there's a phone in heaven, put my mama on the line.
And then when I showed it to Mike there, he loved it and he cut it. If anybody ever loved their mother, I certainly did. And what a wonderful woman she was.